Hey, how you doing? John at Kingvegas, Keeney here in my backyard, getting a little fresh air. I'm going to talk about grindingforlife.com. This is my first post for grindingforlife.com. My purpose for creating the site was to document my efforts to elevate myself as a musician, an artist, and a businessman. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been a musician, pro musician for 30 years. I play guitar, bass, war guitar, sing, produce, teach, blah, 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 whatever I had to do in music to pay the rent. And I am now 48 years old, and instead of feeling like I'm too old or whatever, I'm trying to look at it like my experience and wisdom can guide me in the right direction to actually be successful in what I would term as being successful. I currently play in a bunch of cover bands, typically make about $150 a night, teach a little bit, do some other stuff, but basically performing in cover bands. I have an original band called Smokestick, S-M-O-K-S-T-I-K, that I've had for about 20 years, in which I play war guitar and I sing with a drummer. It's something I did for a long time. I have not done a Smokestick show in quite a while. That being the case, I haven't done any original music show of my original music in quite a while. So I'm really hankering to get back to performing original music, and probably also not having like a 250 song, 300 song repertoire to be drawing from all the time, doing all these different gigs. But I always wanted to be a recording artist, a successful recording artist, and get the opportunity to make great music and tour playing great music and play with great musicians and have people enjoy and appreciate and be inspired by the music that I made. And I would say I've managed to do that on a very small scale, as I've put out a few albums with Smokestick and been on some other people's albums and toured around over the years, but really never, I am no Bruno Mars, but I'd like to be. And a lot of, I guess you'd call them haters, would say, oh man, you can't do that, you should give up, you're too old, get a job, blah, blah, blah. It's typically what people who have never been successful would say, because they gave up on themselves. They don't see that other people have the capacity to elevate themselves beyond where they may be at that moment, or maybe where they may have been for a long time. Grindingforlife.com is, once again, my opportunity to document the process of me figuring this thing out. There's new younger players and musicians and artists that come up all the time and do well. Musicians my age that I know tend to be very jaded and, you can't do it, you're too old, you're too fat, blah, 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 whatever it is. You can't eat the music industry, you can't even make money. But then, I can see that there is money being made in the music industry. It's being made differently than it used to be. But there's still money to be made, and some of it you can make sitting in your own house, instead of having to be on tour for 200 days a year or whatever. I think probably the ultimate solution is a combination of, things that you do on social media and YouTube, and also live performance and some, a little bit here and a little bit there. So that is kind of my strategy. I will be putting forth my strategy in the next week or so, and seeing how it works out. I need to produce some new music. All the original music that I have done has pretty much been war guitar and Chapman stick. I feel I've been having a great time playing bass the last few years, and writing music in a quote-unquote traditional format is kind of weird for me, but I'm working on that, and I think in that traditional format it not only gives me an opportunity to kind of try something different, but also include other people that I may not have included before when it was just me and a drummer playing music. So, John Kingvegas Keeney is my name. I have a website at Kingvegas, KINGVEGAS.org. My old band Smokestick, which is my original project, SMOKSTIK, is at smokestick.com. I have the YouTubes, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, all that stuff. And I'm kind of going to talk about how I'm approaching all those different things in coming videos. Getting Instagram followers. I've actually had a little luck on Instagram, but I like that on Instagram you can kind of try stuff and see what happens. If you're interested in images or video, images, you can say, hey, do people think this is cool or not? With video, you can post a video and 15 seconds doesn't take long, and kind of figure out if it's sticking or it's not. Same thing with Vine, which I really haven't done much of, but same kind of idea. Facebook is interesting, what with the difficulty of getting the people who like your page to actually see your posts. So that's always kind of like, trying to chase the dog around to get that to work. However, I'm going to try a bunch of different things, but primarily, I've been going to the gym a lot, so I'm getting in better shape. And I'm going to talk about appearance, which I believe is very important as an entertainer. You got to find something that works for you so you don't look like the guy next door mowing his lawn, especially at my age. And promotion, email list, stuff like that. All these things I'm going to try to tackle and see if I can do a better job at writing, producing, recording, booking, performing, etc. John Kingvegas Keeney. Please feel free to give me any feedback. Email me, mail@grindingforlife.com, or mail, M-A-I-L, at grindingforlife.com. And I'll see you in the next post, which will be coming up really soon. Peace out.